Good morning, campers. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's get the plane started up. Battery. Beacon. Fuel pump. Mixture full. Propeller full. Open the cowl flaps. Alright, let's give it a crank. Success. Didn't even need to prime it. Alright, you stop yelling at me. And you start powering my plane. Avionics on. Turn off the fuel pump now, I believe. Where is my flight plan? Game? Okay, no, it's here. Had me worried for a second there. Okay, let's get everything set up. We've got the flight plan loaded into the computer already, so we'll be able to use GPS to track everything, but would also just like to have the yeah, would also just like to do the radio navigation as much as possible because I enjoy that. Let's see. Wind 3. Back. DME nav 1. Bearing 1 nav 2. Bearing 2 GPS. Seems useful. Transponders on 1200 standby. Don't need the ADF on this flight. Alright, let's start setting up our nav frequencies. Let's also just go ahead and... What's the ADIS frequency here again? 121125. Let's get that. Oh, why did I hit that? 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. I should have gone the other way. So this could be an interesting flight. We're going to do this one in VATSIM, and there is a controller handling LA, and the airport we're landing at is within LA Center's purview. So they might want to talk to us. Oh, I need to listen.
Kilo Juliet Alpha Quebec Automated Weather Observation 1800 Zulu. Wind 261 at 7. Visibility tree. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,000 feet. Few clouds at 4,000 feet. Few clouds at 11,900 feet. Temperature 15 C dew point. 10 C altimeter 2987.
2987. Goodness.
Kilo Juliet Alpha Quebec Automated Weather Observation 1800 Zulu.
Stop listening to that. Okay, okay. That is good. $2987. Excellent. Alright, so we've got 121125 there. Let's get some other ADISs that are en route. Well, I'm thinking about it. So we are going to Kern Valley Airport from Westover Field. We've already got our flight plan filed. Actually, I ought to check and see if we are visible in this. There we go. No flight plan listed on me. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye on that and see whether that changes. We are going to be following Victor Airways, which are airways that you can use to navigate via VOR stations. So this is the VOR that we discovered was a little bit off last night, so we'll keep an eye on that. And let's see. We're just looking for some airports with AWAS en route. Okay, so we're going to fly right over this one. So that's 1356. 135.6. It's Mariposa MPI. And that's right near Bagby. So that's Visalia. And that's 119925. And then this looks like it's going to be our closest AWAS to Kern Valley, and that's going to be PTV 134625. So those should be able to give us altimeter settings en route. We're going to be flying this about 9,500 feet and then start our descent. We might not fly direct from this VOR to the airport because I think it might be smarter to just kind of like zip down here so we can actually descend over the mountains and not have to worry about this 8,295 foot peak. Then we just only have to worry about the 7,232 foot tower. But yeah, so this summit is like 7,000 feet, and then this one's over 8,000, so that'll save us a little bit of height. We might also just dip all the way down here and fly up this valley, or potentially even all the way down and come up the valley like we did in the bush flight, but probably not. I think we'll just book over this gap here and try and make that work. All right, so let's get our nav radio set up. First is going to be Lin 1148. All right, we're going to need that course at 209 degrees. Our next will be still Lin, but at 107, so we'll just adjust that later. And then be FRA at 1156. FRA, okay, and that course will be 122 to start. Just setting up as much as I can ahead of time to save us some trouble later. The more stuff you can do on the ground, the better. Alright, so then that is set up, and we've got a bearing to that. Alright, so that's going to be then... We do want Sacramento tuned in, so 115.2. Sacramento, okay, so that is set. And then the other one we're going to need up here is TTE 109.2. I think it is time to load up our passengers and actually do this flight. So FSE Sim Connect, action, start flight. Alright, we've got our passengers going to Lima 05. V-pilot, okay. Let's turn on our taxi lights and our nav lights. And head over to the run-up area. Alright, we are on 1228. Yes. Yes. Okay, so what does it use to determine if I switch? If I click that. Okay,
Kilo
so...
Juliet Alpha Quebec automated weather observation 1800 Zulu. Wind 266 at 7.
Alright, so if I use these two buttons, that works. So I can, if I want, I can use that to switch between listening to LA Center and listening to Unicom, but I can't do both at the same time for some reason. That's fine. Alright, so do. I think we're all set. Alright, let's... 2987. Okay. Cow flaps are open. We actually don't need them open all the way, I don't think. Alright, let's go move over to a run-up area. Alright. I forgot the name of this airport. I forgot the name of the airport. Westover, Amador. We'll use Westover. I just heard a click on the radio, so someone's in range. Maybe them? No idea. Oh wait, no, that's... okay. So we might be hearing this plane or either of these. Okay, let's taxi over to the run-up. Alright. Check our magnetos. Good. Clean the mixture. Good. Check the RPM. Control. Good. And back it off. Cylinder head temperatures are looking good. Nice and well into the green. Maybe open up the cowl flaps a little bit more. So yeah, cylinder head temperature is like the temperature inside the engine, so you don't want that to get too high. And that's what you use the cowl flaps for, is to add some extra air. Let the engine breathe a little bit. Keep that temperature nice and low. And then... Alright, so I think we're ready. Alright, no pressure. We are on frequency 1. Let's set ourselves up to depart. So let's get taxi lights off, landing lights on, strobe light on. We'll go ahead and put the pitot heat on, just so I can't possibly forget that. Let's get our... Let's go ahead and set our altitude before I forget that. 9,000, or let's start at 8,500 for the first leg. And we'll bump up to 9,500 once we get to the Lynn VOR. Alright, so... That's all good. Transponder. Squawk altitude. Perfect. Lights are on. Let's Alt-Tab to VPilot. Mode C. Alright, so there is someone in the area. Oh, okay, that's what that noise was. It was telling me there was a text message that came through. Gotcha. Alright, so we are all set. Westover traffic, Skylane 798 Lima Juliet is taking off runway 1 for east departure. Westover traffic. Okay, 1 notch of flaps for this takeoff. Confirm, yep. we go. Go. Ooh, easy wind. That was quite a gust. Wow. All right. That was really surprising. That wind just, oof. That got me good. Retract the flaps. That like just threw us into the air. That was exciting. Okay, so that was American 1961 is taking off from taxiway 35, right? I have questions. They're doing the RVR C2. Oh my gosh, that wind. Wow. What was that? And now the wind is coming from behind us. Should I be concerned? Alright, there's no one else around us, so I don't need to announce any more of our intentions, I don't think. Just keep on climbing. Let's get our landing light off. Leave our pitot heat on. How's our cylinder head temps looking? Still pretty good. We'll leave the cowl flaps open then. Over 4,000. Let's lean the mixture. Make sure we're not flying into any clouds. Excellent. That's interesting. I don't see our waypoint on. So hit the declutter button. There's Katso. No, I need to actually, like, fly the... Yeah, you know what, that's fine. Let's go ahead and make our turn. The GPS track is right. I don't need to actually, like, hit Katso. Let's keep climbing, aim to get above these clouds. That's interesting, the VOR is off again. Not surprising, but irritating. Alright, looks like we're going to be clear of the clouds. That's good. Outside air temp still 7C, so we don't have to worry about icing at the moment. Alright, let's bring our throttle back and our pitch down. Let's engage our autopilot. Alright, got our altitude hold in. And wings are level. So let's go ahead and tune that to 9,500 for later. Let's synchronize our heading bug and get this thing following a heading. Alright, we're in heading mode. Alright, so let's just see what... Alright, so 213. So it's like 4 degrees off our VOR. That's interesting. Should be fine. Let's go ahead and hit nav. Nope, no, that wasn't it. Nav. There we go. Yeah, I think that ought to do it. Alright, so we'll be on course shortly, and, oof, my elbow hurts. I will bring y'all back in as we get closer to our destination, or if anything interesting happens, you know. Loaded up with passengers, this is going to be one of my longer flights in the Skylane here. Could be a while. Welcome back, folks. We have just departed our last VOR station for this trip. We're trying to get below these clouds before we attempt to cross the mountains. So we're just doing a circling descent here to get below the clouds. All right, that looks pretty good. Alright, I think I see a gap we can get through there. So yeah, there is a controller. See, if I'm not talking much, it's because there is a controller and I'm listening in on what's going on there. Alright, so yeah, just keeping an eye on all that stuff. One of the other pilots accidentally turned on slew mode. So that's amusing. Alright, switch this back over to Unicom. I am well within their airspace, but they're not trying to talk to me, so I guess that means I don't need to talk to them. Which is good. You just need to find a way through these mountains to get over to Lake Isabella and our airport. I think I actually need to climb a bit. Yeah, we definitely need to climb. Gotta be some way through here. Oh, these clouds are awful. Oh, this might be our solution here. If this valley looks like it goes through, we could use that. I think that's the one I was eyeballing in the flight plan. If not, we might have to go all the way down to Bakersfield. Yeah, no, that's too high. Blocked by the mountains again. Alright, so much for that plan. Let's just go the way we know will work. Head down and pick up the Kern River and follow that up. So the reason we're not just flying over the mountain at a safe altitude is because of this cloud layer. I am a VFR flight, so I need to maintain VFR, which means a certain amount of visual clearance from the cloud base. as well as terrain. And we're just going to buzz this mountain real quick. Alright, we're just looking for a gap to get over to the river now, which I think we've got right in front of us. A little close to the trees. The trees actually look good when they're not, when they aren't photogrammetry trees. Reno traffic. There we go. Here's our chance. This isn't really the plane I want to be doing close terrain flying in, considering the visibility. But once we get into this valley, that should significantly improve our chances of getting to the airport without having to talk to the air traffic controller, without having to get any clearance. It's got some weather happening here. Let's go ahead and get our nav lights back on. And our landing lights too, just because. I have my window open now, so apologies for the apologies for the automobile noise. Well, a little close to this cloud. All right, there's the Kern River. Perfect. And there's the lake. Excellent, we made it. Seven opposites 3-5. All right. Kern Valley traffic, Skyline 798 Lima Juliet is 10 miles south of the airport, descending through 5,100, inbound to land, runway 35. Apparently there are seagulls. Alright, so we're going to navigate ourselves into this runway, kind of similar to how you would navigate yourself to an NDB. As we've got this bearing on our CDI here that points directly at the airport, L05. So once that gets around to this notch, which is 350 degrees, we'll be lined up with the runway. Alright, airport, where's my airport? Oh, I think that's it there. Kern Valley traffic, Skyline 798 Lima Juliet is on short final for runway 35. Boy, that's an awkward angle. Not my best landing. I should have definitely gone around there, but you know what? We're on the ground. Kern Valley traffic, Skyline 798 Lima Juliet is clear of the runway. Alright, transponder. Standby. Landing lights off, taxi lights. It's good. Let's make sure to full rich now that we're below 3,000. No reason not to. And we'll just hit the best lean button. Retract all of our flaps. Got it. And yeah, that was definitely a questionable decision I just made. But it's fine. Let's taxi on over. Also, apologies for the hiccup on approach there. Yeah, I'm not sure there would have been a good way to do that with that hill right there. So, sorry for the hiccup on approach. I filled up my hard drive, so I had to quickly offload a bunch of files and restart the recording. Just taxiing over to the actual airport itself. I like these like pull-out areas. I guess they're for aircraft to pass each other. There's only one taxiway in, one taxiway out. This is a pretty neat airport. It's actually got like a fly-in campground on the other side of the runway. You probably saw it as we were landing. There was a left, a way to depart the runway to the left. And it's a little campsite. All right, well, we're not parking over there where the fuel truck is. The brave soul in the TBM there. We're just going to turn around, park next to this building. Excellent. Okay. So now that means parking brake, sending results to server. Flight logged successfully. Nav, taxi lights off. Pitot heat off. Go ahead and close the cowl flaps. And kill the engine. Whoops. I should have had the avionics turned off. Ah! Having an out-of-body experience. Everything's fine. Alright, engine's off so the alternator can come off. Turn the key to off. Can kill the beacon light now. And battery. Battery. There we go. And we're parked. Let's let our passengers out. So go pilot door, baggage door, and static elements. And tow bar, why not? And step outside. Not bad if I do say so myself. I like that it just like pops out a couple of cones when you hit the static elements button. But hey, it also chocks the wheels, which is cool. Yeah, we have arrived at Kern Valley Airport. Seem to be on a little bit of a weird angle here. But it's fine. That was an interesting flight. Successfully landed. We just kind of like glanced through an active ATC area, but I was VFR, so I didn't have to talk to anybody. Cool by me. Almost was unable to maintain VFR, but hey, we did it. And anyway, that's going to do it for me. We are now down in Kern Valley with 798 Lima Juliet. We'll see whether or not we keep using this plane. I'm tempted to kind of take it back towards Michigan, where it's based, because I don't know why it's out here in California. It's kind of ridiculous. But, who knows? It's kind of in my best interest to keep it around here because I like flying it. We'll see if we can't get something back toward the Bay Area or to some of the other smaller airports out here in our next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Elio Dare. You can find me on the internet at Elio Dare, Xbox Live, Steam, Nintendo Switch, Twitter. Twitter's a good place to get a hold of me, or you can leave comments below the videos. I do read all of those. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.